Alright, we're kicking things off this morning with a viewer-submitted Gauntlet lineup. We are actually going to be playing 3 decks from my website, so I'm happy with all of these. Again, I won't be doing complete deck techs on these, but you can find highlight videos of them up on my site that have fuller deck techs. We're going to be playing my variation of the Deep. We're going to be playing some Frozen Mushrooms with Teemo and Sajani. And we're going to be playing Go Ezreal, which is a Go Hard Ezreal control deck. So if I had to guesstimate, I would bet that Frozen Mushrooms is probably going to get banned most often. You had a Prime Glory with this lineup. Sweet, Seth. Congrats. Was Mushrooms the deck that got banned the most for you when you played it, or was it a pretty even spread? I feel like, I guess I could see the Deep getting banned with some consistency too. Usually the Deep and Frozen Mushrooms are the two like established decks in this lineup, and usually the established decks are the ones that get banned when you bring things that are more brews. Hey, had a bunch of resubs there. Thanks, folks. Welcome back. The Great Ogsby. First stream I've been in a while. Thank you for helping me sleep with your amazing voice. Jeff with YouTube content. 2 more months to my sword. Thanks for the 10 months of Prime. And Thomas, thanks for the 16 months. Sudders, checking in for the 17th. Welcome back, folks. All right, so Teemo, Ezreal, I'm gonna ban the Frostbite deck. Okay, and they actually banned the Brew. Want to play against our more established decks? I'm gonna play the Deep here. I think the Deep's probably pretty good in either of these. You played Go Ezreal 6 to 9 games. Sweet. Yeah, I've got Go Ezreal in the deck queue for some laddering with it. We've not played that one on stream since Pack the Bags got banned. Nerfed, whatever. I'm still used to Magic, right? Where it's just like things don't get nerfed, they get banned. I think so this deck basically just wants to get deep as quickly as possible, as consistently as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep all 3 of our things here that do this. Chrisiden, thanks for the half a year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I was just about to ask, what is boost the stream? I have no idea. So it looks like they're letting viewers contribute channel points, and I don't know, it must put it up on the I'm a robot, Jeff pays to watch the stream. It looks like it has something to do with channel points. I don't know exactly what a boost entails. The fact that their Teemo actually just died there is so good for us. Troll Chant and Elixir are cards the opponent's archetype often plays. Sounds like a conspiracy to prevent future Shillionaires. Yeah, the rate at which the ticker goes down on it looks like it's not going to be terribly likely / practical. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play Slaughter Docs here. Looks like 2k is the most to boost and increases visibility. Weird. So Slaughter Docs gets going, so you want to play this sooner rather than later, so it can toss as many cards as possible as quick as possible. I feel like I must have missed a Twitch email, because usually when they add new features like that, they send them out, and I don't know what exactly that does. Hey, thanks for the 10 months, Todd Turkey. I'll appreciate that. Welcome back.
A chill
There's a article. Okay, I'll put that for later. If your channel is eligible, you have already or will receive an email. Well, the lie detector test determined that was a lie. Thanks for the Twitch article. I'll take a read of it later. All right, so we're at 22 out of the 15 cards to get deep here. We'll block the second one here and take 3 altogether. I think I'll hold on to these because they can trade with these later. Hey, thanks for the 10 months, by the way, Todd. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Okay, so we're going to 20 cards in deck this turn, I believe. So that means if we jettison, we should get to flush the fishbowl next turn. Yeah, we're going to be deep on turn 6 here, which is kind of sick. I'll open attacks here. It's a free ship, right?
I am superior life form.
That puts us to exactly 16, I believe. Which means this will, yep, so this will flush. We've gotten, when we played this deck previously, we hit turn 7 deep quite consistently, but turn 6 deep is kind of sick.
Tell me where to aim.
I'm gonna do this, and then we'll devour the ballistic bot. Cousin Vin, thank you for the 38 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Your opponent's got a lot of ice. I feel like whatever we play is getting blocked anyways. This will make these cheaper for next turn, though. I guess we just play Gauntlet.
All will drown. Drag them down.
Cold isn't the only danger.
Hey, Rook. Thank you for the 22 months. It's a long time. Welcome back. Honestly, it could have been right to just hit my pass there. I guess we pushed 7 points of damage, but we could have burned their mana.
The homestead.
Reporting in.
Morning, Avid.
Once I stamp papers, now faces. System upgrade.
Yeah, the fearsome monster is really good at the random lethals. Hey, Moonboats, thanks for the prime. Welcome back. Good morning. Alright, so Maokai into this. Will obliterate their deck.
Fresh tracks. Gotcha.
5 years ago today, Watsy banned Splitter Twin and started me down the path to freedom. Has it actually been 5 years? It's kind of funny. I think thank you to people that are spending channel points to boost the stream. I don't like the threshold for it is really large, like 290,000. That would mean what? We need 180 people to do it, and we've only been live for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. So I don't know that we don't have 180 people in here, much less 180 with 2,000 points. I don't know how long that stays up for. Oh, it stays up for 2 days? Oh, really? Oh, it does say 2 days left. I missed that. Okay, I thought the ticker sliding down at the bottom, it was going to disappear very quickly. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it must not be integrated on mobile. So Twitch is rolling out some kind of way for people to spend channel points to, I think it equates probably to some small amount of front page time. I don't know exactly. It says there's 2 days for people, so that would be 180 people, right? All right, what are we doing here? Being Shen Fiora. I believe it or not, I as the streamer cannot contribute. All right, and they banned our mushrooms. Can we play a deep mirror? Let's play a deep mirror. I think I'm also happy with our deck against, yeah, I think I'm fine with this deck against Ash Riven. I'm going to keep the Docks and the Jowl Hunters. We'll mulligan these two, looking for some cheaper plays here.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
Nice, nice. Do you have an elixir? You do not. Lovely. So we'll get to open attacks next turn into... Huh. I'm actually going to Jowl Hunter here, I think. So they can't Riven.
I write the rules of power.
Okay, and I'll attack with this. Maybe I'm supposed to just Slaughter Docks there. Garrick, Predator, or Scrubs, thank you for the 27 months, by the way. Sorry. There's a lot going on this morning. Really appreciate that. 1 hour, only 2 days, 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 23 seconds till inauguration. Not that you're counting. Alright, now I think we do this to force them to have a troll chant.
Stand together.
This attack seems really loose. Yeah, they concur. Okay, and then I think I spend this killing this now, because they probably don't have a ton of things that this hits. And next turn, we'll want to open attacks with this into here, forcing them to have another trick. Jerry! Thank you for the 33 months. Welcome back. This is a game where we are nowhere near going deep quickly.
The time is right. Strike now.
This was, so let's try and, oh, I forgot to attack with the other two. Yeah, I missed some damage here. Nice, sweet. So we got a free freeze out of them. I missed 2 points of damage because I'm talking and clicking, but we got some damages in. So we're not going deep quickly, but we've been controlling the board okay. We'll see if that ends up being good enough or not here. Gotcha.
I'm through waiting. Fish out of water.
think we want to just salvage here, looking for more things to toss. I think the opponent just misclicked like I did a second ago. That's likely what happened. This is good, especially if this Thorny Toad dies next turn. We'll suddenly be making really good headway. Yep, we're at 21. So with the docks, we'll be going to 19 next turn. So put us to 17. I don't really want to trade this for this. Let's just pass here. Jettison is, honestly, that's probably the best draw on our deck. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna take a hit for 3 here, so that way if they kill this, we get to actually heal a little bit back. Hey, thanks for the biddies, Twin. Appreciate that. So this is gonna flush next turn, and then Nautilus is gonna make our friends cheap. Wow, their hand must be awful, huh? Alright, flush the toilet. It's a good chance this is lethal, right? I get to play Terror and I get to Riptide something this turn.
The depths take you. What did you catch?
Is there one that stands out to recommend to new players? Yeah, Strange Journey. What's it called? Frel Alliance Overwhelm would probably be my recommendation for new players. Draven Zoe's also a good one, or Spooky Wraiths. All 3 of those are up on my website. Honestly, this deck that we're currently playing, the Deep, is up there too. It's also a pretty reasonable choice. Yeah, I think Draven Zoe's a great one because not only does it have a lot of more complex lines in it, but it also has a good floor. For Ash Fiora, thanks for the tip, Violet Journey. You did not... Oh, I have a deck code in my thing. Yes, I have a deck code there. All right, sweet. I'll get that one added after the stream today. Thanks for the support. So Gauntlets, for those that aren't familiar with them, you play until you get 2 losses in a row, or until you get your 7th win. So we have two wins to start here today. Never not banning Zoe. Or never not banning Lee Sin. Poor Zoe. I like Zoe. Let's try go easy here. They've got two unit decks. We've got 3 copies of Aftershock in this build. And in fact, I think I'm gonna full mulligan looking for our Aftershocks here.
I'll burn what I've done.
This board does have banger tunes. You're not wrong. I'm fine just taking this hit here so we can Elise and then open attacks with her next turn. I could have also been right to bank spell mana on 2 so we could Ezreal attack on 3. That's pretty bad into Sharp Sight though, which is definitely a card they play. No Plaza, no Misfortune here. Both very good for us. Although I suppose we had an answer rolled up to Misfortune.
Time for a true display of skill.
I think I just do this to play around Sharp Sight, right? Yeah, because if I try and double Vile Feast, I get got by Ranger's Resolve and Sharp Sight.
Stop bragging if you can back it up.
And then if they want a Sharp Sight to kill Ezreal here, these mean I get to level Elise, which is great. Lost. That's not the end of the world.
A tribute to the Spider God.
And then I'm pretty okay with firing that off there because I have the second copy of Elise, and that gives me a third spider to level her up this turn. And then I think I just go ahead and rummage through this Mystic Shot. Turn it into a real card. Nice. Okay, sweet. Which point? Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Smooth as silk.
We'll see if they have a Quinn here or not. She's a little scary. Let's go ahead and kill this. Well, it doesn't kill Misfortune while their landmark's in play, right?
Shield is yours.
Is the unfortunate part. Morning, Lusky.
Here we go.
I think we just run back the pop your barrier, kill your thing. Kind of surprised they went for the... I think going for the Elise right away is a mistake there on their part, and they probably should have gone for Ezreal. Do this, take a little bit of a hit here. I don't want to throw these away chump blocking, because I need something to fuel my glimpses.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
If they don't have Sharp Sight here, we're in a great spot. Yes, I guess getting Sharp Sight used on defense isn't the end of the world either. Okay, there's a Poggers Day. It's not bad. So probably just Mystic Shot this and then pass to them. And then, gosh, if they don't have a play here, we get to gas up with Poggers Day next turn, then we should be in a very good spot. Yeah, we have 11 resources here. Let's go ahead and get some more copies of Gohard into our deck before we draw. Yeah, I agree, Limpton. Especially with even pack costing 5, just having that in our deck as the game goes along means we're pretty favored. Okay. You have Valor, I have a bunch of 1/1s. Where are you? Where are you, Lady Elise? Lady Elise.
You're covered.
Bless his motion.
Please, I have connections!
If they peel Sharp Sight to stop Ezreal next turn, they could end up in a pretty okay spot. I'm gonna block this one because this will die to a Mystic Shot from this, and this lets me set up Aftershock to kill this one.
I'm so good, I surprised myself! Don't blink, or you'll miss me. One shot, all skill. Gotcha.
And I think I definitely just want to take a controlling role here on their board. Mystic Shot, Aftershock, play a 1/1.
Charge!
Press on.
That egg, did it move?
Feel like our deck got to hum on all cylinders this game. Controlled things a little bit early, transitioning with some card advantage into Ezreal taking over as we make it to the late game here. Lucky, thanks for the follow, by the way, if you're still here. Welcome to the channel.
Easy. Like my name.
Like his name. What's their best draw there? I don't think they typically have card advantage in their deck. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen this deck before, this is one of the many decks you're missing by not checking out my website. And click Runeterra decks up there and find a huge range of sweet things. I think it's just Lucy and Heck. That's like their high roll deck. I'd like to try and avoid getting high rolled here. And then honestly, I think I'm just gonna run back the Go Ezreal deck here. What do I think counters Scouts? I think decks with Aftershock tend to have pretty good matchups there. My gut instinct says Ezreal Draven's probably pretty good into Scouts, but I'm not 100% familiar with that matchup. I'd be intrigued to see what the data looks like. Nevik, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. Mulligan, Jury Rig here. Keep my 1-2-3 curve, I think. I'm playing Riven Victor. Bit of a brew here from them as well. How can you find out what a Spiderling is while the card's in play? Well, if you're actually playing the game and you zoom in on a card, created cards here are next to it. If you're asking about how do you find out from at home, I don't believe the overlay has it. I think you can type exclamation point Spiderling into chat and the bot should pull it up. If I recall correctly. Yeah, so if you're watching on Twitch, you can type exclamation point Spiderling. If you're actually playing the game, you can zoom in on a card and their created cards will be over here next to them. Just banking some mana here this turn. And play Ezreal out here as a blocker, I think.
Let's see all of it.
It's my favorite pizza topping. Definitely pineapple. Ooh, that's true. Someone was talking about how do you beat scouts. I think the Ash deck tends to have a pretty decent scouts matchup. Frostbites tend to be okay there. Getting a little bit clunked up here in our hand in terms of more expensive cards. Probably going to want to Aftershock this bot this turn. Or do I want to Glimpse? I think I want to Glimpse. If I don't Glimpse here, there's a good chance I don't have other targets to Glimpse with, so getting the value on this, hopefully drawing some other cheaper cards. Yikes.
What's your hurry?
Hey, give me Zangief. Thanks for the biddies. Appreciate that. Good morning.
Can you improve perfection?
For pineapple pizza topping choice. I think we go ahead and Aftershock this Storko. Then we can play this out. And then next turn, we're banking 2 mana so we can Vengeance or Pogger's Day. I think I'm pretty happy if they want to trade for any of these for this, so we'll offer that up. Read. Honestly, right now, I'm inclined to Pogger's Day, so we can try and find, like, a, Now, that's nice with Vengeance, because this would let me pick off one of these. I took the Lux Shinless, and I've been having fun with that. Super great to use off-meta combinations. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Kev. I'm gonna Pogger's Day here. If we hit a Go Hard or another 1/1 or a Jury Rig, we have a lot of good hits here. Perfect. And then even if they have a way to kill this, we're only taking 7 here, and I've got ways rolled up to kill these other ones next turn. Yes, they are playing Victor Riven.
My words
They have like Overwhelm and Quick Attack. I think I prioritize, and it honestly might be right to prioritize taking less damage here since I have all of this.
Time for a true display of skill.
And something that's notable here is that my opponent's regions don't have unit protection in them. So while this blade's a little bit scary while my life total is low, Vengeance is guaranteed to murder whatever they target with it. Thanks to the folks sending channel points to boost the stream. I'm curious to see what exactly that does. The article makes it sound like something related to front page promotion time. I don't know exactly how that works. Let me take a full read through on it.
No one knows these streets like me.
If you're on desktop, you can spend channel points to boost the stream. It just popped up again. We're at 81,000 out of 290,000 shillings. It doesn't cost you any actual money. It's gonna spend channel points you have from watching. It says we have two days to hit the goal, and we're about a third of the way there. My understanding is that boosting puts you on people's streams you may enjoy section. That's interesting. I'm gonna pass, because I assume they're gonna blade here. Okay, so I think I just go ahead and Vengeance this. We Vengeance this, and then Mystic Shot plus Ezreal block kills this. Yeah, this game's done, right? Like, they're out of cards, and I have, like, 100 cards in my hand.
Firing.
They survived their initial attacks.
Sorry.
Get the King's Shield in here.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in my boots.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in my boots. I'm actually pretty surprised we managed to sneak that game out with how much clunk we drew early. The fact that we like hit double Poggers Day, Ledros, double Vengeance. The fact that the Poggers Day hit a bunch of cheap things that then became cheaper helped a lot. Like if we had missed on a 1-mana thing on that Progress Day, we'd probably die there. We had a lot of them to hit though, right? We had like nine good hits. Wow, this opponent is just a complete and total monster. What did fun ever do to you, opponent? You gotta go and queue up with 3 different auto ban decks. Alright, well I hate Lee Sin the most. I think I'm definitely just playing the deep. What's up, dude? Okay, and you need to go put clothes on, child. You know the rules while I'm working. Go put a shirt on. Alright, Shen, Fiora. Definitely mulliganing these to start. Definitely keeping Thorny Toad. Could mulligan the Whale? I think I'm gonna mulligan the Whale. I think I want the highest chance to find a Dredgers. Nice stuff make happen. Nice dad voice, thanks. Working on that one.
Stuff make happy.
See, he knows, chat. Dredgers might be the card I identify most with in Runeterra. Ken Shiraka's annoying, but its total power level tends to be pretty low, so it's a lot less offensive to me than some of the others. When I have a son or daughter, I will certainly be referring to them as child. That's how he knows he's in trouble. We use middle names super casually. Like I just like say Jacob, Jeffrey, and Declan Scott pretty consistently casually. So when they're in trouble, child comes out. Listen here, child.
My shield is yours.
I think I'm gonna Jaw Hunters proactively here, and then if they pass, we'll pass back. Super happy to end the round there.
2 worlds, 1 balance.
Precious worth least twice as much.
I'm not supposed to play the second one out with their 2-1s here. We're at 24 cards in deck, but these are kind of like tosses we've already spent mana on that we're just like waiting to cash in.
Rivers shape the land and give it life.
So this technically loses to a Sharp Sight, but then it's a Sharp Sight they're not using to trade in combat, so I think that's a wash. I think I take this opportunity to try and eat this. Yeah, that's fine.
changes but never breaks.
I'm not interested in trading these here. It's gonna lose its bonus.
Enforced equilibrium.
Protect and strike.
I guess putting this here means I gain some life back. That's better. Oh, you know what? I should technically put this here and then try and deal 3 to this one and deal 1 here, because if they save this using another sharp sight, I would gain life if they were saving it on this slot here. So small mistake here on my part. This Thorny Toad should have gone down this way. Yeah, or if they save it like this. So I'm gonna miss. Oh, this isn't dying though. No, we're fine. Okay, I still should have put this down over here the way it worked out, but
A gift from
it is what it is.
Waters
Okay, so we're at 20 cards in deck here. We're gonna draw to 19, which means the salvage puts us deep next turn. It also means I could play Shipwreck Porter and then go deep on their next turn, which I think is probably the better line. I could also Jawl plus Abyssal Eye. Yeah, that's actually the play, right? We'll Jawl and probably run Jawl into here.
stare at the abyss. It'll stare back.
So, if I save the Vile Feast for after combat, DJ, the opponent will have gotten to draw more cards. Is Shen at 3? Shen is at 3. Yeah, maybe that's more important. Nah, I'm gonna try and kill this. I think I want to try and kill their card advantage.
A gift from the river folk.
So, them drawing a card, DJ, means the River Shaper guaranteed draws spells. So, by... what's the word I'm searching for? By letting them draw before I Vile Feast, they're more likely to be able to kill us. They're more likely to be able to stop the River Shaper from dying. Yeah, they're gonna draw an answer most likely. Because most of their spells are things that save from Vile Feast. Yeah, River Shaper draws cards to protect itself. That rally probably means we're dead. Unfortunately. A little bit too slow getting set up this game. The person saying Grasp could have killed River Shaper. Again, the same comment I just made. This is very unlikely to kill River Shaper. Yeah, I'll do it. River Shaper, and that game was a great example of why River Shaper is it's honestly probably the best card in their deck. Like, that game was won on the back of their River Shaper surviving. Like, those rallies, the sharp sights that they had, all of those were because their River Shaper got to do its thing. I'm probably playing whichever of these two decks they don't ban here. These decks both look more controlling, and these decks tend to have pretty good control matchups, so this is a little bit better against aggressive things. Yeah, their River Shapers drew like 2 to 3 cards each, right? Hello? Some kind of interface bug. Maybe I clicked it twice and it tried to register it twice. I'm gonna full mulligan here. Am I right keeping Maokai? Now I'm gonna full mulligan looking for cheap things to toss. Perfect. So, getting deep quickly is going well.
What's that noise?
Thanks to the folks sending channel points to boost the stream. I'm interested to see if that does anything meaningful, if we hit that goal. We have two days for the community to send channel points for that. Sure. Pretty sure we're just like attacking aggressively here. I want to pressure their life total. Things dying helps level Maokai as well. Thanks, folks. You rock. We're gonna be deep on 6 here again, which is great. Yeah, and there's a Maokai. Okay, so this is probably a Maokai stays in hand till he's ready to level up game, if I had to venture a guess.
Danger pays.
We're 9 off of this happening. We're 8 off of this happening. Is Maokai the only card that removes champs from somebody's library? I think so. I think that's accurate. Finally have some time off so I can catch some day streams. Time to start playing Runeterra finally. Drusa, if you haven't touched Runeterra, I'd highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't poked in yet, I have a how-to Runeterra video here. It's about 12 minutes long. It teaches you how to figure out the basics as well as how to find deck lists to play. This will put us to 19, and then it'll flush the toilet bowl here. Nice! That's actually the single best hit to get with this. Getting some treasures is excellent. Da, 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 da. You want to drop a second hoarder here. I don't really want to drop a second hoarder into a Ruination. And thanks for the prime, by the way, Drusa.
Where there is life, there is hope.
Obliterate! Grasp the Undying here as well. If they have a way to protect her from this, or they have like a deny, which is likely. And have pretty good open attacks here. Okay. You can open attacks if you wanna. You can do 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 do. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do. I assume this is a Vengeance or a Concussive Palm. They could technically Vengeance and Concussive Palm here. Nah, there's no guarantee they have Deny 7 and 8. Also, sometimes my opponent's archetype plays Go Get It, so having Grasp to be able to respond to Go Get It has a lot of upside. You're right, with the particular sequence that we had there, it would have been better to lead on Grasp, but there's no guarantee that that's the sequence they're going to have that plays out. If I Maokai and then Devourer, we... Right? Does that work? No, not quite. It's only 22 out of 25. It's awkward. It's 3 EOT because I don't have room for the sapling to get made. The sapling wouldn't get made there.
One candle for every soul.
Heart and mind as one.
Join the conflagration.
Da 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 da. Exactly 0. Nice. Still had all these. Good clean one there. I really think the Deep is a super underplayed archetype in this format. Really feels like it doesn't get the respect it deserves based on its power level. Hey, sidetrack. Thanks for the third of year. I appreciate it. No champion deck. I'm gonna be in their frozen mushrooms. Just gonna keep styling on people with the Deep. Just because people play bad versions of this deck, everybody wants to go maximum green and play things like Atrocity. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. A lot of the builds of this archetype play things like Atrocity and they play the Elusive Fish. That's probably accurate. I think I'm mulliganing everything but the Jettison here. Again, just looking for things to go deep as quickly as possible. Nice. This tends to be an Undying deck with a little bit of an aggressive slant. I would imagine Demacia means they're a Plaza deck. I didn't obliterate the Karma that got revived, Caperly. I grasped it. So I tried to obliterate it and they countered my obliterate. I think is what you are missing.
Precious worth at least twice as much. Set the hooks.
And the tools, good against Deep, bad against other decks. I guess I'm not quite sure What you mean? Like, Runeterra isn't like Magic, right? There aren't like super narrow hate cards. Yeah, I agree, Side. They're really good at the play draw balance is kind of absurd.
I will tend this garden.
I want this to die so I can toss, so pretty happy to block there. I mean, Passage Unearned is kind of a narrow card, but like, Passage Unearned is nowhere near on the Rest in Peace, Stony Silence, Leyline of the Void level kind of bullshit sideboard cards that Magic is known for. So you are right. Passage Unearned is worse than most Runeterra cards in terms of narrow sideboard hate, basically. But it's a far cry from like what happens in Magic. It's funny, and honestly, as someone who, it's been a hot second since I played Magic now, I feel like those types of things that are like, wouldn't be offensive in Magic, but obviously happen here, they almost feel more offensive here because they're not the norm. Like, Lee Sin, for example, like, if Lee Sin was a Magic deck, I don't think I'd bat an eye at what it's doing, because how Lee Sin feels bad to play against is just kind of how the average Magic deck feels bad to play against quite frequently. But Runeterra, the play patterns tend to be so different that it really kind of stands out. Yeah, I expect more from Runeterra, right? It kind of stands out as a sore thumb. Alright, 23 cards in my deck. I think, unfortunately... Oh, he's pretty far away from level it up. That's fine. I have another Maokai in my hand anyways, right? Ingy, thank you for the 14 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back.
It's all in the wrist, see?
Do, 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 do.
Man overboard.
Well, they don't have Rally Mana this turn. Okay, so we're deep. Honestly, do I just play this to heal Maokai this turn? And then when I play a unit next turn, he obliterates their deck? I think that's the play, right? This tosses 3 and then heals him 3. So it's kind of like getting a new Maokai down. I guess if they have single combat here, I get punished for this line. But now they can't respond to what's about to happen here, so... Do I Oblitifish this? I think I just dropped the Nautilus. So Nautilus will come in, he'll level up because we're already deep. He'll trigger Maokai, which makes a hook unit, and then tosses 2, which levels Maokai. This is like turn 7 level Maokai. Igni, thank you for the 14 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Good morning. And then this makes me a thing that challenges, so if they don't have another blocker here for Fearsome, this can challenge this and we can kill them. So when Maokai levels here, he obliterates every non-champion from, or all but 4 cards from their deck. They're glimpsing. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how they must be dead to my attacks if they're doing that, right? So we get to hook this. This can't block. This is fearsome, so this can't block it. They can block here, and they go exactly dead. So they need something to interact with the board here. Okay, so they're at 1. Napo, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel like Napo and you haven't seen this build of the Deep before, it's one of the many decks you can find up on my website. Click Runeterra decks there on jeffhoagland.com. So they have exactly one more attack step here, right? Because they're going to draw a card down to 1 card on their turn. They'll draw it to 0 on my next turn. And then on their next turn, before they get another attack step, they'll deck out. Yeah, they're drawing to 1 card in deck here. And I have Oblitifish plus Grasp here, which probably means I can't die. Yes, yeah, decking is a loss similar to Magic. You lose when you go to draw and can't. Maybe they play 1 copy. I mean, to be fair, we were also going to kill them with damage, right? So we had them on the squeeze where we were to kill them by attacking as well. Okay, the final battle. Oh, it's Mulligan. Thank you for the quarter view. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Hey, Napo. Thanks for the follow and thanks for the Prime. I know there's a lot of great people you can send that Prime to every single month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. Wouldn't be here without folks like you. Would you believe that my Bezos emote is my most used emote on Twitch? Darkiaba and everybody else that's contributed channel points to boost the stream. Thanks. Appreciate y'all. Probably just Shenfiora, right? And honestly, I kind of want to play this deck. Yeah, I like the Go Hard deck into... this is probably an aggro deck. I wonder if they're playing. We had played a They Who Endure version of Elusive Aggro that played Zed as its only champion. It is sweet. That one was up on my highlights channel last week or the week before. It was very reasonable. I keep 1 Vile Feast, mulligan the rest of these. Progress Day is probably not a card we want in the opener. Thermal Beam's a decent pickup against something that's likely aggressive. Take the pass for now. There's a good chance we rummage through this Progress Day.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
Thermo Beam the Hawk to assert dominance. Huh. With this and this, we could have a fast Elise level here. Honestly, I think there's a chance we just do this, and level the Elise here. Moments before the accident, chat. Moments before the accident. Well, that's rude. I think we still do this to trade them all off. Do I? I don't need to do this proactively, right? All right, let's just let it all happen. They are on mono Z.
Come closer.
I don't bite. I feel like that's not entirely... I feel like you're not being entirely truthful with our opponent, Elise. I feel like there's a good chance you do bite. Not that there's anything wrong with that, Elise. We don't kink shame on this channel, but...
Everyone here? Let's go.
Not a big fan of liars. To shoot this one, and then the 1/1 can block here. We'll take 5 down to 15, and then next turn, Ezreal's Mystic Shots can help us start cleaning up.
Get the drop on him.
Do I want to bump Uglies here?
What's your hurry?
I think that's probably fine. This makes go hard or like a Mystic Shot. Oh, I can finish this with Thermo Beam, right? That's probably the play. Just clean their board out.
Protect each other.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Gotcha.
If they are potentially an Endure deck on their Frel Splash here, I probably want to set myself up to Pogger's Day on their next turn, so that way I could give myself the best chance to have a Vengeance 2 turns from now, to be able to kind of insulate myself against that. So I think we definitely want to just bank Spell Mana here. G Harder, thanks for the follow, welcome to the channel.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Hey,
Anything else?
The order rewards its faithful.
Alright, are we throwing Ezreal under a bus, chat? I think Ezreal's going under a bus, huh?
They'll never see us coming. I'm innocent.
Obstacle? Meet Gauntlet.
We do have a backup Ezreal, that's true. Huh?
That egg.
Did it move?
Quite the dish, aren't you?
I'll try and draw some cards here to start.
All for the best, my pet.
Okay. Okay. There's a good chance they're a deny deck. It's my favorite GP deck. So, the best GP deck is definitely Pirate Burn. However, I prefer more mid-range and control decks, and if you look up under the control section on my website, there is a Boat Brews deck you will find there that is a GP Swain control deck that I think is super reasonable.
Time for a true display of skill.
Okay, so Vile Feast can murder this, Vengeance can murder this, we've got Pogger's Day to go a little bit long with. It's a lot of elusives, chat. $10, $17. I think we might have died. Now we're fine.
You're between me and glory.
Ezreal is only one away from leveling. If I block here and Vile Feast something, I could level him, but then I don't have Vile Feast to shoot this next turn is the problem.
I know you're thinking and stuff, but could you maybe speed things up a little? No sweat.
I don't hate that idea. Yeah, let's do that.
A tribute to the spider god.
They don't know what they're up
Because
against.
Ezreal's not going to be connecting anyways, right? Because they have so many elusives.
No way.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
I walk your path alone.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hang on, Cern.
I think we're still in an okay spot. Because I have this to put a blocker out at quick speed. I have Vengeance to kill something. Yeah, the Jury Rig's very good here. For sure.
It will all be over soon.
I'm gonna say okay here and not use my Vengeance. I think there's a chance they're a They Who Endure deck, and I think holding this so I don't die to Endure has a lot of value.
Display of skill.
My life for the Order.
That was only our second go hard. So at this point, we're hoping to draw more progress days, I think, are the best draws in our deck.
Lurks in the shadows.
This stream was pre-recorded in front of a live Twitch audience.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
Hush now.
Extra hands never hurt.
Nice. Is that the third Poggers Day? I think that was the second Poggers Day. No, they wanted me to spend my mana, Cody. I think is what happened there.
They'll never see me coming.
I guess this isn't playing around Endure. Looks like they don't have it. Sure.
Master.
Night falls.
Don't blink or you'll miss me. Firing.
Sweet. Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. End it with a little K-pop. Yeah, that was a really, really sweet game.
Oh, take your time, pal. Not like I knew we had it all along.
Glory achieved. Got some loot here too. Ooh, wow, all three of these are good. Probably Doom Beast, probably Doom Beast. To wrap on the decks that we played really quick here, those games with Go Ezreal, I think really did a great job of highlighting why this deck is super reasonable. We only cast Pack the Bags once on that turn where we were going to win the game anyways. And while go hard into Pack is a nice thing to be threatening, this deck is super functional even without that card. That's something I always liked about this build, even before Pack the Bags was nerfed to 5, obviously, is that this deck, unlike the TF Go Hard deck that was popular for a long time, doesn't live or die by this card. In reality, this ends up being more of an Ezreal deck than a Go Hard deck in a lot of instances, and Progress Day specifically ends up being a card that pulls a lot of weight, helping us as we get into that late game to generate card advantage after we've stabilized the board a little bit. I like what the Shadow Isles really lends. In addition to the Pack Your Bags aspect, having access to Vengeance in our Ezreal deck means we're less soft to a lot of bigger threats that people can be playing. So feels like between Vengeance and Aftershock, this archetype really has answers to most things. And between Progress Day, Glimpse, and Rummage, we have plenty of tools to let us find those answers when we're looking for them. So if you're looking for a sweet control deck, this is one of the many decks you can find up on my website. I think it's a great choice if you're looking to play Go Hard still and you're looking for something a little bit different. I think this one's super reasonable. We also played the Deep in a number of games in that Gauntlet, and yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one. I like this build a lot. I've said every time we played it, the more streamlined, get deep as quickly as possible every single game. No fluff at the top end. We're not fooling around with things like Atrocity. We're not playing the elusive deep monster. We're just playing the real heavy hitters. We're playing Salvage to, again, just all of the toss and draw possible. There was one of the games in that set where we got deep on turn 6, which was super impressive. Usually, this deck gets deep by turn 7. You'll drop the 13-13 Nautilus on turn 7, but getting deep on 6 was particularly impressive. Yeah, I like this build of deep a lot. All right, at any rate, we're going to be done with those two decks, but don't go anywhere yet because we're far from being done with